What's up guys, Headphones Neil here with a special set of reviews that I've been meaning to work on called the Custom Live Wallpaper Maker for Beginners. So in this series of videos, I wanted to share how you can get started making your own wallpapers in Custom Live Wallpaper Maker. These are all things that I've done myself over the years on creating my own home screen, so you may have seen them from time to time on social media. So I've done things like a Stargate SG-1 themed wallpaper, just a general sci-fi one, basic weather widgets and music players and things like that. So in an effort to kind of consolidate what I've learned, what I found searching across the internet over the years, is going to be this set of videos that I'm putting out. So in the show notes for each video, I'll have a list to a link to the playlist that I create. And in the beginning, it's going to start off with individual modules like the text module and shapes and images and things like that, and what you can do with each one. And then I'll progressively work on moving into combining them all and sharing some of the cool things you can do with Custom Live Wallpaper Maker. So for this video, it's going to be more of an introduction to the app. So for me, because Custom Live Wallpaper Maker works best with Nova Launcher on my OnePlus 10 Pro, that's the basis of what I'm going to be doing and how I'm going to be progressing with the reviews. So I'm currently on the latest version of Nova Launcher, available through the Google Play Store. There are other launchers that are compatible, like Smart Launcher and a few others, but I have hit or miss success with them. Not to say that any one or other is better or worse than the others, but for me, I'm most successful with Nova Launcher, so that's the one I'm going to be using, and is most stable and most efficient as far as resources and battery and all that sort of stuff. But that doesn't mean that other launchers are better or worse than Nova Launcher, just it's the one that works best for me. For this review, I also have the Pro version or the Pro Key installed for Custom Live Wallpaper Maker, but that's more for exporting presets and the home screens that are made in KLWP. So we may not necessarily touch on that too much throughout these videos, but if you find that there's a feature that's not available in the free version of KLWP, it is most likely a pro feature. But as far as my memory goes, the free version of KLWP gives you access to all features. It's just when you want to get into exporting, creating your own APKs to install on other devices and to share and all of that sort of stuff, that's when the Pro Key comes into play. So this is a fresh installation of KLWP. So launching the app jumps us into the initial setup of the app itself. So let's go. It gives you some quick links to the website and the Reddit community. This alongside, if you also do a bunch of YouTube searches, you can get a lot of tips and tricks that way as well. And that also gets us into some of the more advanced features as well. So I'm not going to touch on any of that stuff because a lot of the stuff I do is not very advanced. It's just, I want to make a particular home screen, so how do I get to doing that? So once we get into some of the intermediary stuff like buttons and things like that, I'll show how to do that stuff as well. But there are advanced things you can do with a lot of embedded formulas and cross-linking and hidden presets and things like that, which I myself have not generally gotten into just because it hasn't really been my thing, and by the time I get to that, I've moved on to another idea I may have come across for another home screen that I want to create. So from here, it'll ask you to select a folder on your device for where to save all the Custom Live Wallpaper resources. So we'll select the folder. I already have a custom folder set up, no pun intended here, for my from a prior installation. So I'm going to use that same folder, but you do not necessarily have to use this particular name or location. You can generally create it everywhere. This is just going to be where all the assets for KLWP are going to be saved. So I'll click on use this folder. It's going to ask you to ask you if you want to give access to the app to access your files on your device. So we'll click allow. After a quick setup, now we're in the app to begin creating the wallpaper. So from here, we're going to set up a few other items in the app itself. So I'm going to leave the app theme alone just for personal preference, but you can make adjustments there. In the general settings, you have, the app language, clock modes, things like that. So the main things I'm going to change here is the first day of the week. For me, I prefer Sunday. You can set things like measurement units, give calendar access, which, much like most things, all the individual permissions for things like this can be set as you go, or you can set some stuff here as you go along. For preferred music player, I'm actually going to set it to Pocket Cast and Musical.ly for now, or right off the bat, just so I don't have to worry about it later. But if you have any compatible media player apps on your device, it'll show on this listing. For me, it comes into play when you get to the point of the media player that we create in KLWP, because I usually don't want anything besides my podcasts and music to show up in that music player. So I set those up right off the bat, so even like apps like Chrome don't get picked up by KLWP. It's literally only going to look at whichever apps you define in this list. And then on tap feedback, you can set if you want. That's on kind of an optional setting if you want to set it or not. Network refresh is set to a default of 2 hours. I have a preference of 1 hour. That's mostly for the weather widget or the weather refresh that we once we get to that setup. But you can, as you can see, you have a couple of different options to set based on your personal preference of use. So that's all there is on this screen. Don't have to do much for notification, just because once we get to a step in a little bit, the app will be running in the background. So, and then also once we set up a media player, we'll be giving notification access at that time anyway, so we can leave it alone. For weather, you have a couple of different weather providers included with the app, but if you install KWeather, you can get a couple more. Dark Sky is kind of the exception here, just because of how the purchase by Apple and how those APIs are going to work. So for me personally, Open Weather Map is usually pretty accurate and on point with the weather forecast and information that it provides, so I leave that alone. But also, if you do not have a refresh button, for example, for the weather on your home screen, you can come into the app and do a force update here. Or you can even create a shortcut in your custom live wallpaper maker, even with a refresh icon and all, to do that on the home screen, so you don't even have to jump into the app to do that. So there is that option as well. Location support, same thing with in the permissions in a little bit, we'll give location access. So the final setting that we're going to set in the app is in the advanced options, we're going to disable parallel rendering. Now this is an optional toggle just because each device works with custom live wallpaper maker a little bit differently. So for example, my OnePlus 10 Pro, it seems to glitch out every so often. So even though the initial setup, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it decides to crash for no reason. So disabling the parallel rendering allows it to work without a glitch or hiccup. But then on other manufacturers, other devices, this toggle is optional, wherein you never even have to set it or worry about it, and the app will just work fine in setting the live wallpaper. And this is even consistent across Android versions and across the same manufacturer. So I remember even on my OnePlus 3T, 5T, and 8, I never had to worry about this, and it was and on their respective versions of Android, I never even knew this was a toggle to set until I came to my OnePlus 10 Pro, and I think it was an Android 14 thing or 13 maybe, separately, that this was an issue, and I found out that turning this on resolves the issue. So I bring it up that in the event that if you have a device where custom live wallpaper maker doesn't seem to be working right, try toggling this on to see if that fixes it. You may have to so after you toggle it on, you may have to set another image as a wallpaper and then reset KLWP as the as your live wallpaper in order for it to take effect, and that should resolve that. So now we're done with the base app setup. So the only other thing we're going to do now is we're gonna go into the app info and set up some permissions. So we're gonna go into manage permissions and turn it on. And for me, I don't like banner notifications, so I'm gonna turn that off. That's just a preliminary step. We will have to still do that later. I don't know why there's a disconnect, but for me, that's just a personal thing. Turn it on now since I'm here. In the permission screen, we're going to go into location and allow, while it only gives us this allow only while using the app, but since it's running all the time as a live wallpaper, it's kind of like it's running all the time. So allow access all the time, I guess, is an optional feature here. And that's really it. Now that we have all of these settings set up, we're ready to create our own custom live wallpaper from here. So for this video, that's all I have to talk about. So now that we have the app set up, all the back end stuff is all good to go. So from here, the videos and tutorials will be various elements, what they can do, what features are available. And then once we get the basic objects done, then we'll jump into starting to combine them and create various levels and functionalities with those objects and what they can do once we start combining them. And then once all the basics are done, it'll be one of those things where now you can let your imagination run wild on what you want to do, what you want to create, and where you want to go with some of the basic stuff that I've shared and what to do. And even if you want to start learning some more advanced stuff and compatibility options, the YouTube channel for Custom Live Wallpaper Maker, I think it's Design Rocks or Designer Rocks or something like that. I'll have a link in the show notes for that. So if you want more advanced tutorials and want more resources beyond what I share in my videos, then his channel is good. YouTube is a really good resource. The community is good. The website's good. So from there, that's really all there is for this introductory video. So if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that I can help answer about this introduction, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section on the video. But that is all for this particular, or like I keep saying, this is all for this particular introductory video. A link to the playlist will be in the show notes as well, so you have easy access to that going forward. But thanks for tuning in, and until the next video, I look forward to your questions, comments, feedback, subscriptions, and all of that good stuff.